All right, guys. Like we said, um, to administer a body measurement to a fabric, you need to divide the body by 4. Okay, we'll be working with a 42 body here. All right. As we go on, I'll be calling the measurements. Okay, so that we don't waste time. So you divide 42 by 4. It gives you 10.5. You add 1 inch seam allowance, which makes it 11.5. All right. Now in this situation, we'll be making a male shirt and we'll be making a covered button shirt. So in front here, you will have to add 5 inches to that 11.5, making it 16.5. And here you will have to add 2 inches to your 11.5, making it 13.5. Okay, so first and foremost, we'll measure our 13.5. Now from this point to this point right here is 13.5. Okay, now you also have to measure your 2 inches for your button. Here, from here to here is 2 inches. You do the same down here too. You measure your 13.5 inches, you mark, measure your 2 inches, and you mark. Okay, then you measure 3 inches from the point of 2 inches and mark, and do the same here, 3 inches. Now from here to here is 5 inches, from here to here is 5 inches. The next thing to do is to draw a straight line. Our shoulder here is 20. Okay, in administering your shoulder, you have to divide it by 2 and add half inch seam allowance. Okay, so if we divide our shoulder by 2, it will give us 10 plus half inch. It means it's 10.5. Okay, our shoulder starts from this point. Okay, so you measure 10.5 and mark. Okay, then you take 2 inches downward. All right, you mark and then you draw a slant from that point to this point. You see, this is how your shoulder slants, but you have to still measure it to achieve your 10.5 point. Okay, this is 10.5. You mark here. After marking, okay, from this point you measure 3 inches downward and mark, and then measure 3 inches inward and mark. Okay, you now do a curve. You do a curve to join these 3 inches and then draw a straight line down here. Can you see it? Remember to also measure your 2 inches down here. Okay, this is the point where you will notch and fold when the time comes. Okay, the next thing to do is to achieve our armhole. We are working with 9 inches armhole. 9 inches. Okay, you mark, you measure your 13.5. This is your 13.5. You mark. Okay, then you mark the point of 1 inch from that 13.5. Here to here is 1 inch. Okay, but this is the point where your 9 stops. At this point, you will have to draw a straight line to join your armhole. Okay, you draw a straight line to join your armhole. You can see it. Now determine the center of this line. You mark, take 1.5 inches inward and mark. Look at it. Then every one of us will need this curve. Okay, but if you can do it using freehand, it's still good, but I advise we get this curve from bookshops. They sell them at bookshops. So we are going to connect this point to the point of our armhole using our curve. So this is how it works. Make sure that all the edges touch. So I'm drawing the curve right now. You see, this is our armhole. Now we said that the length of our shirt is going to be 32. Okay, now at the point of your 32 you add half inch. Then you draw a straight line.